When things get tough, sometimes the tough go home, just to get their tools. I might need to borrow a bath towel so I can move in, though. Elite techs would rather lend you some towels instead of their tools. Just don't get them started on thread counts.
Hey, Sal.
Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's it going?
Good. You give me a hand here?
Here.
Thanks.
Right on. Today we wanted to mock up our I Did It steering column. It's supposed to be a direct fit for the '64 Impala. What we wanted to do was actually mount it into our brake booster bracket, which also doubles as a dash support and the upper column mount.
Multiple functions for any part, like an integrated dash support and a brake booster bracket, usually means you can expect challenges. Not this time, though. This column fit like a glove.
What we ordered from SSBC was actually an upgrade from what the stock would be, which is a power brake system using a dual reservoir billet aluminum master cylinder and a 9-inch single diaphragm chrome power booster. With the interpretation that it would fit to our firewall and our application correctly.
Here, come and take a look yourself. What do you think?
Well, we got about 4 inches there, and we got about 6 to go down here. So
Right, so what do you think the answer is going to be?
The answer is not going to be good. It's too tight.
And these are already low-profile valve covers, right?
This is the lowest valve cover we can get.
Once we got it installed or mocked up, with our preliminary mock-up, we realized that the stock bracketry, first of all, wouldn't work. Then came up with the idea of using the original bracketry, which actually located the power booster and master cylinder up higher. That, in theory, should have worked, but we realized that the boosters didn't match because the snout on the back of the new booster is actually longer than the snout on the original booster. So the quick resolution to that was to actually mock up the brand new master cylinder with the original booster, which we will then have refurbished and also re-chromed.
All right. So it's out with the old and back in with the old.
Yeah. The next step on the Impala was to get the brake lines and fuel lines on.
Stainless tube has two benefits. It's stronger and it looks better. Too bad most of it is hidden under the motor. But if you look close, you will see that flash of shine.
The old brake lines were just made out of steel. The new brake lines are made out of stainless steel.
Even with the car nearly stripped, finding a clear run through the headers isn't easy. Stainless holds and carries heat better than steel, so keeping these lines well clear of hot stuff is vital.
So we got the gas tank and we got a sending unit.
All right.
The next project we tackled on that car was the fuel tank. We put the fuel sender in. Once we had the fuel sender in, we mounted the gas tank to the body.
Prepping the tank is a quick solve. Where most run into trouble is hanging it. I know that from experience. Having a veteran Impala builder on hand is a big bonus. This is Carlo's fourth '64 build, so he has the tank sliding in as if it was greased.
It's a slip yoke drive shaft. So we took it apart and put the first part in. Then we slid the back section in.
With this car being so long, having a sectional drive shaft is a bonus. The only challenge is the first section ends inside the box frame. That means working in some tight space. Weightlifters may want to avoid this step.
You don't have U-bolts?
Nope.
As an alternative to U-bolts, zip ties. I wouldn't recommend it for the highway, but for mock-up, it's not bad.
The last concern we have was whether and what kind of distributor we were going to have to use. The stock HEI distributor we thought was going to be way too big diameter-wise and hit the firewall. I brought in the MSD distributor, which was much thinner than the HEI distributor, giving us a little more clearance around the back of the distributor to the firewall. Well, when we first lowered the body down onto the frame was being supported at the very far four corners of the frame. And the body mounts were just slightly off, and it was a little tight to the distributor. I had the guys move the lift under the frame and lift up the frame, and we picked up about another ½ inch of clearance around the distributor.
In 1964, the Impala was one of the largest cars you could buy in North America. And who would have thought we'd have clearance issues?